Hey everybody, Tommy G here. Talking to you from Bakersfield, California. So again, what we did last time when I pulled in, I came to the rail export here, dropped off my stuff. I drove on over to the truck stop here at like 3 in the morning to get some sleep. Finally got some sleep now. It's Friday, 2:24 p.m. in the afternoon. Before the day ends, before 5, I'm going to head on over here since I have 1.7 million in the bank. I'm going to buy this garage in Bakersfield just down the street from the rail export and the HMS. This is where my next um, my next thing is going to be my next garage, and just to sort of show you where the garage is. Oh, sorry, just to show you where's my company garage manager, garage manager. I clicked on it, didn't I? These are where all my garages are, and you can see here throughout the Southwest. Started off in Las Vegas, had one up in Flagstaff, moved it to Phoenix when Pete and I were doing games for the Beebles. Got a place up in Salt Lake. Then I think I did Colorado Springs, then Santa Fe, and then Abilene. So I didn't have one yet in California. So I'm going to do Bakersfield. I'll end up having two in California at some point. Another one up north, maybe Redding. And I'll also have two in Texas because those are just huge states. But first I want to get one in all the other states. So this will be I guess my most congested area here between the Phoenix, LA, and Bakersfield thing. So that is the plan, man. And after I buy that garage, I can get a new truck. And then when I get a new truck, I'll show it to you in VR, and then I'll take a load down to Phoenix. So that sounds like a full day, right? It sounds like a full day. Let's get inside, see what's happening. Turn this thing on. Beautiful afternoon.
Here we go.
We do go here. Douglas. Tempted to just go straight out, but then you realize there's the pole there that you would hit. So that's no good. Presumably no traffic here. It is 97 degrees Fahrenheit down here in Bakersfield, California, so I'm not going to open the windows even if you ask nicely. I stayed at that little place last night. Then you walk over to a coffee break, get your cup of coffee, go to the WP, get some road snacks. Turn up left here, huh? Good on the left. I can get out in front of this guy. They're going awful slow, aren't they? There's my hotel.
Stay left.
The sand.
Then turn left.
I like it here. I like this. I like the Southwest more
Turn
than
left.
anything. It's just a stop sign, huh? I don't have to do anything else. But yeah, again, I think I mentioned it last time. Bakersfield, California, one of the it comes with the base game. California comes with the base game. But since the retool, California looking a lot nicer. And like I said, after I get the garage, I'll get a new truck, and I'll show you the new truck in VR. It's not going to be as impressive to you as it is to me because you won't see it in 3 dimensions. But at least I'll be able to sort of tuck in the back and show you
Stay
what it's
left.
like to sit on the
and
bed.
Then turn left.
Left, huh? What is this facility, and how do I not pull from this place?
Turn left.
Right, we just get the flashing red so we can go ahead and go when there's no traffic. And there's no traffic. Make sure again, none on the right. Sorry about the panning left and right, but I'm doing it safe, people. I'm doing it the right way. The way it's to be done, son. Hopefully, like my last two, I was not very talkative in the first one, just slightly more in the second one. So here I'm just going to be just yammering on like crazy.
Turn right.
Went and saw at our our local high school today put on Grease, the musical. That was kind of a fun way to spend the Friday evening.
Stay right, and then continue
Kids
straight.
are good, man. I'm telling you.
Go straight.
I mean, some probably won't take it that much further than high school, but there's a handful of kids, a few kids that could do this at least for a while longer. Yeah, nice ride there, guy. Nice wheels. dig your shop. I'd like to sit and chat with you, have my coffee. But I got places to go. I gotta buy a garage. It's Friday afternoon. They want to get out of there. I just want to sell the place. I called them up, told them I'd come in. They said, yeah, we got space. Guy, other owner is looking to get rid of it. Just get rid of his company. Looking for a new owner. Unfortunately, it's gonna take me a while to get through Bakersfield here. I could tell I'm gonna be hitting every stinking light. I'm at the corner of Rosedale and the other street. What street am I on? I can't see. Oh, Mohawk. Rosedale and Mohawk in Bakersfield. I do like to get some oil derricks here. Pumping some oil and gas. It's pretty good. Actually, California has a lot of oil and gas. They're just not all that keen on drilling it right now. But they'll get over it. Just a little touchy. Come on, people. That guy stopped, so we're ready. Had that green arrow for the lavender truck. Interesting color. I've never seen, I don't think, a lavender truck in real life. Yet 1 out of every 30 in this game is a lavender truck, it seems like. Beautiful day. What time we got here? I wanted to get there before 5. 3:30? I think we can still manage that. And we're going to catch this next light, though. You can see it's green from here, which means it's going to be red when we get there. Markets are changing. We are adapting. Herman. I never heard of that one. It's a new company. New game company. I want to do some more flying again here. Once we get down to Phoenix, I'm going to do 2 flights in a 172. The first one is going to be Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 from... Oh, wait, did I get the right gear? Yeah. From Goodyear Airport in the western edge of Phoenix, which was kind of like my virtual home airport when Pete and I were calling games for the freeboot. No,
Stay
yeah,
left, and then turn
no, for the
left.
B-Wolves.
Turn
So I'm
left.
gonna fly from there up to Prescott and back. But I'm gonna fly in Microsoft 2020 up to Prescott, and then I'll fly back in Aerofly FS4, just to show you a comparison. Now, again, obviously, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 beats them with the visuals hands down, but the visuals in Aerofly are still, I think, really good. So, and it performs so well. I thought it'd just be a nice comparison. So, one of the things I did, I recently got, I'm watching a light over there on the left side too to see when it goes. I recently got Beyond ATC for Microsoft 2020. So it's a new traffic injector. It replaces the traffic in the standard version, and it does full ATC IFR. So it even does, like, you could talk to it and do all the controls. And what I really want to do is I want to learn all the nomenclature and learn how to talk to ATC. And generally speaking, I'm going to go ahead either, learn what I would have to say on the radios. The problem is, since I don't know what to say yet, or actually I should say I don't. Maybe I'll do it before I start. I tried it before and I couldn't. There's the Bakersfield sign. I couldn't get it to respond to me. So I think I didn't set something up right, and I have to set it up right. But then it will correct you if you say stuff wrong. So what I may do, for this first one is just have the computer voice say the stuff for me. That way I just kind of listen and take notes as to what it says. And then I try doing it later, because this will be my first run with it. I want to see how it works. Another thing I will do, because I know one of the options in the overlay, and I'll do it in VR too as well. I actually have to. I don't have a monitor at my flight station, so I have to do it in VR. But one of the things it has, with tuning the radios, it's really hard to tune, for me, to tune a radio.
And then exit right.
in Microsoft Flight Simulator because you have to hover your mouse pointer over the thing.
Exit right.
And I'm using a head tracker, so or via VR. So as you turn your head, the pointer comes off of what you're
Stay
hovering
left,
on,
and then turn left.
and so it takes forever to really hold your head still and dial the sucker in. And it's extremely difficult. So I'm just
Turn
gonna have
left.
them auto-tune the radios. So like if they say, contact departure on such and such whatever, my pilot will automatically say over to such and such whatever, and then our tail number, and then he'll auto-tune the next station in and contact them. So I'll be able to play back to see, how it all went. I built a flight plan. I'll kind of cover that before I take off. So I'll try and do like a legit flight from Goodyear, Arizona to Prescott, Arizona. And then coming back, Aerofly does not have, ATC. Like I think I've said it before, they got traffic where they got planes running routes and doing touch and goes and flying patterns and stuff. So there's aircraft traffic, but it's just visual. You do visual separation. They're not on a radio. You could tune the radios if you want. I mean, everything's there. All the dials work and everything, but you just won't hear anything. And I want to get in the habit of doing that stuff anyway, so I'll go off the charts and sort of fly back, but it just won't be with the radios on the way back, and you'll just get to see sort of the same route in Aerofly, just for visual comparison, to see Phoenix and Prescott from the air in both games. I think it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it, and I'll come up with a backstory for it, why I'm going up there and such.
Stay left, and then turn left.
So that's that. That'll be one in Phoenix, and then in Phoenix I'm going to try, I don't know off the top of my head if Super Mega Baseball, I know you can watch games for other teams. You do spectate, and you could actually spectate the game. I don't know if you could spectate your own games. So I gotta try and find that out. If I can, I'm gonna start watching the season. I know it's gonna sound lame to most people. Like, why wouldn't you just play it? But I play with Pete, my brother-in-law. I've been playing for years. We've done, I think, 8 years. This is our 9th year of baseball. And I'm not sure we're gonna get a chance to play it, or if we did, we'd start so late that we couldn't really start midsummer. We wouldn't finish until like January of next year, and then we'd have to go straight to the next season if we decided to keep it going. So I thought what I could try and do is just watch the game, broadcast the games, and not have me talk, and just sort of put them out on the channel. I could always take them down if nobody's watching them. But I got some people on the channel who have watched, I think, at least a half dozen of our seasons. They may want to see how we built the team up, over the last season, and we went through the whole off season and did all this work.
And then turn right.
I hate to see it just sort of, fade into nothing.
Turn
But at the same time, I don't want to play it with just me, because that's not the same
left.
either. Pete and I brought him here.
Turn left.
Wait, is this how you get in here? That's an odd way to get in. Well, I guess it's nice that it's got a private gate. I mean, a little strange, but did I get here by 4:30? Look at us.
Finally,
I'm gonna pull
we
in.
are here.
We'll sign this, and then they can go off and celebrate with a cocktail and some Dirk's chicken back there. I can see it. All right, who wants to buy a garage? Let's get her done, son. Oh wow, I almost passed it up. Okay, it's available for sale. It's only cost me 180 grand. Wait, first let me turn my truck off. Do you really want to buy this? The guy comes outside. Y'all really want to buy this thing? Yeah, I want it right now. I want a hub in Bakersfield. Okay. Paperwork signed. This is our newest hub, Crestway Interstate. Just opened a hub in Bakersfield, Southern California. Someday, pretty soon, I'm gonna have 3 drivers driving out of this hub right here. Serving California proper. Let's pop inside, shall we? Turn the sucker on. Moving forward. They got a V12 hanging on the thing there. With the stuff. Alright, let's manage the garage. Alright. Take a look what we got. Look what we got here. Slots. I don't need to assign a driver here and everything like that. I need to go get a dress. So what I need to do is see if I go to recruitment agencies. There is not one here. The nearest one is down in LA, and I need to start making my way towards Phoenix. So I could either get a load to LA, Vegas, Phoenix. I wouldn't mind if I had to stop in Vegas, but it looks like the most direct route's going to be straight through here if I get to Phoenix. So let's take a look at, and I got to look, wait a minute. I got to get back down to Oxnard because that's where the dealer is. There I have to buy the truck. Never mind. From here, I got to go to Oxnard. So this place is going to sit, I mean, I got a property manager who can come here every day and, manage the office. You got to do that. You can't just, you can't not do that. So some guy or some gal's going to come in here daily, someone who lives in Bakersfield, and, make sure the place is cleaned up, fresh coffee, all that stuff. Let's get to the Yobs, the Frigate Market. And I need one down to Oxnard the other way. Maybe I should take this one. Maybe I should do this in VR. What do you think? First, let me go all the way down. There's got to be a load to Oxnard. I just came from it. LA, Santa Maria, LA. Fresno, Stockton, Eugene, El Centro. Wouldn't there be one to Oxnard? Why wouldn't there be one to Oxnard? Well, if there's not a thing to Oxnard, I may just drive down there. Because that's where I got to get my next truck. So tell you what, I'm gonna pause this thing. I'm just gonna drive down to Oxnard on my own, because you already saw the route up here. So I'm gonna head down to where's the truck dealer? Is it right? Char? No, wait. Dealer's right here. That's 160 miles, 3 hours of rest. Yeah, I'm going to pause this sucker. I'm going to pick it back up. We're going to end up in Oxnard. I'm going to buy a truck. When I unpause it, you're just going to see the new truck coming off the route, and we'll show the whole thing, and then we'll get inside it in VR, and then we'll see if we can take a load out to Phoenix, right? Stand by, peeps. All right, here we are. Just bought the new truck. Check this puppy out. Oh, it's a beautiful new Freightliner, people. Step outside, take a look. What we did is we finished up our load up in Bakersfield. Bought the garage in Bakersfield. Just showed you the garage layout there, and then drove on down here to Oxnard to buy this beautiful new Freightliner rig with the sleeper, the 48-inch sleeper, I think. Yeah, so what I'm going to do right now is switch it over to VR and take you on inside, give you a little tour inside the cabin. And then we'll swing over and try and find a load down to LA or around LA, and we'll go from there. Hey everybody, Tommy G here, and I meant to show you the new truck in VR. I was going to take you around and basically walk you inside the cab, and I did this, and I realized it doesn't. This game still doesn't record well for me on VR. Something to do about the Oculus mirror. It's just the way that it projects. So I got like a slideshow. Even though what I was seeing in VR was smooth, I could play this in VR really well. It works well. Everything looks great. But when I go to record using the Oculus mirror, it's a choppy, awful mess. So it's not the game, it's not the VR, it's somehow the Oculus mirror, and I don't know. I gotta figure it out. But anyway, so you won't see me driving in VR. It's probably save you the hassle anyway because it's like the flying. It's a little choppy. I got to run it through a steady cam. But I didn't get a chance to show you the truck much. I'll show you now. What I ended up doing is taking this drive. I didn't know it didn't work until I got here. I'm down in Los Angeles. We took car parts from the AI Automotive, which was right across the street from where we were in Oxnard, and drove it down here to the Port of Los Angeles. You get to see this as we leave the Port of LA. It's crazy. In fact, I might even go across the street to get to that point of interest. I'm gonna drive on up here. We're gonna hire a driver, and then from there, I'm gonna try and find a load out to Phoenix because I gotta get to Phoenix before the baseball season starts. Let's see if we could drive here. Yeah, and we'll, like I'm saying, we will get see if we can cross the street there. Hold on, let me just hop inside. Okay, yeah, so I didn't really show you this all that much. There's a lot of headspace. What I was showing you before was when I stood up, you get a real sense in VR for the 3 dimensions of this thing. You're used to seeing this sort of stuff. It's a nice looking dash. I got GPS there on the side, a nice heads-up display here in the front. I have these cameras for rear view on the side, which is nice, which is strange because I also have rear view cameras. Oh, I guess I could take those off. I could actually remove those. Because why have mirrors and cameras, right? Oh, okay, next time I get to a shop, I'll do that. But anyway, back there, you can see this was pretty cool. I got all my JCB stuff. I got my, my coffee, my notepad, my bag, and that thing. And then I've got, some stick. I got a fridge there. It's a table with 2 chairs so I can have a meal. I got a TV and a microwave. And at night, you pull that Cascadia thing down, and there's my bed. So that's how this thing looks. Anyway, it's really nice. Let's get it turned on.
Time to hit the road.
I never went through these things yet. Hold on. Okay, it shows just different stuff on the side. I think it starts here. So I got oil and oil temperature from start. Let's see, I got my fuel in the lower left there. I don't know what that is. Oil level check, okay. 126 miles. This is where it starts, huh? I would like to see, like I have a note down. Okay, I've gone 126 miles on the bottom there, so as far as I've driven. Okay, so let's get this thing started up. I got my windows open. I opened them when I came in here, so it's maybe a little bit noisy, but you should see, you gotta check this port out. This thing is crazy. Look at that for switches. That's kind of cool, right? There it is right there. All right, let's take a look at what the Port of Los Angeles has to offer, because this place is huge and you can't go through here without doing this. Really, you have to do this. It must be done. All right, here we go. Turn it off, stop the engine, step outside. Check this out. Here we go, folks. You can thank me later. that's pretty cool. All right, now let's get to where we gotta go. We gotta hire a driver. I would get a picture. I suppose I could still, right? I guess I could take a right here and go get down and get that picture of whatever that picture is of.
Okay, let's find a new route.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn in here
Please make a U-turn when finding new route.
and going down here.
Make
I
a
think
U-turn.
I think I could take a picture from here, right?
When possible, make a U-turn.
Hold on a second. I think it's this bridge that you get the picture of it. I think? I'm not sure. Hold on, let me step outside. Let's get the go to picture mode. Media, photo mode. Photographs in it. The Vincent Thomas Bridge. Climb up on this stuff right here. There we go. Ready? I want to get a picture of this thing. I think I want to go here. What? I don't want to get that pole in there. Very nice. Back in the cab. Oops. Drive. All right, now we're back to business, people. Sorry. 98 degrees, almost 100 degrees. Whoever I hire here, who's used to working, doing short haul stuff,
Nice ride.
to Long Beach, is going to have to pack up and move on out to Oxnard. So that'll be a nice little upgrade for them, and they could still be Blowfish fans. They don't have to switch teams. Of course, they could. I mean, if they want, they could be Moonstar fans too. What the heck was that noise? Yeah, I want to follow the recruitment agency. I want to do a right jar. Hold on. Here we are. We're gonna hire a driver. Let's see. And then what are we gonna do? What are we looking for in a driver? Should we go? Let's go second page, lower right. Does that sound good? Second page, lower right. Thomas K. Okay. Thomas K. Driver's rating. It's another Tom. You look like he's from LA. I guess. Worked on the docks. Very nice. All right, so he's going to be... we're going to hire him to move on up to Oxnard, and he's going to live up there and all the things. What's he going to drive? He's going to drive my Mack. Babies. The Bakersfield. That's right, not Oxnard. I bought the truck in Oxnard. He's got to move to Bakersfield. So he could be a Blowfish fan or a Sawtooth fan or even an Overdog fan. He's got his choice. So anyway, he's going to move on up to Bakersfield. Welcome aboard, Thomas K. All right, so now we want to get a run, if we can, from LA to Phoenix, and that shouldn't be too difficult, should it? I would think. I mean, look at the jobs in LA. This is just insane. Vegas, Flagstaff, Reno, Blythe, Indio, El Centro, Fresno, Oakland, San Diego, Denver, San Diego, Camp Verde. That's Arizona. That's just north. Oh, there's one to Phoenix. Rock Bucket, Volvo, SPN to the Coastline Mining. 37 minutes, Plaster and Sons. Whereas this one to Camp Verde is 3 hours, 1 minute. Holbrook, Stockton, Camp Verde is another Camp Verde one. Computers. Phoenix. Here's one of Ethane to Phoenix. The rail export in LA. This is an urgent delivery. Oh, I can't. I have to go to sleep. I totally forgot because I did this last time. I'm tired, and then I was going to crash out. So, where can I sleep? Where do you sleep around here? I guess up here, sort of closer to central LA. I guess I got to go in here. All right, we gotta go. We gotta go up and go to sleep, folks. I'm sorry. Let's do that first, and then we'll pick a new job in the morning because, well, we hired our driver, right? So
Okay, here we go.
we hired Thomas K, LA native. He's agreed to relocate and move on up to Bakersfield. He's just out here looking for work, and he's like, he was working on and off as a longshoreman, and then he started doing some shunting work, and then he started getting some jobs driving around LA. He's getting kind of sick of the traffic anyway, but he comes down the direct hire, and sure enough, wait a second, what's this Crestway Interstate? I'm gonna apply there, put my hat in the ring, and I called him up and said, hey, Tommy K, what do you think? We just opened up a new branch, a new garage in Bakersfield, California. And he thought, well, shoot, I'm getting sick of LA. I wouldn't mind getting out somewhere. If they're getting somewhere a little less hectic. He likes SoCal, so he likes the weather and the heat and all that stuff like that. He was hoping to stay somewhere around the area, but Bakersfield is it's not a small town. It's a place where a guy can meet a gal and start a family, and could be working with us for a long time, driving 3 out the Southwest. So he's just gonna move on up there. He'll drive my Mack, day tripper, up to Fresno, San Fran, down here to LA, down to San Diego. Welcome abroad. Rail export, that's where I was gonna get that load. Promise was an urgent delivery, and that's what reminded me that I was actually tired. Come on. These lights down here, man. This is why you'd want to get out of the city. If you were tired of sitting at lights like these, you'd be like, come on, dude. I'm tired. I just got here. Los Angeles. Yeah, this was a total remodel. Anyone who's been on the sim for a while will tell you Los Angeles is very different. Right down by the shore, it was similar. And there's, I'm sure that the similar part of LA that they always had before, there's a lot of similar parts, but it's much expanded. I mean, LA's a huge city, so it really needed to be, better modeled out here to look more like to show some more detail, the real world counterpart. The graffiti's a good touch, especially in this.
Stay right, and then turn right.
Portion of the city, this area.
Turn right.
I don't know what that noise is, but there you go. Alright, so I think I'm staying at the Gallon.
Go straight.
The Gallon Oil truck stop here in LA. Right, yeah, here I go.
Here we are, safe and sound.
Pardon me. I do not need... Okay, cool. We can park right next to the building here. I'm not going to need fuel or anything like that, but I could just park it right here. Now, where would I... Oh, what am I saying? Where would I stay? I'm so used to having to stay at hotels with my day tripper. But I'm gonna close the windows here and go to sleep. We'll get to bed. Okay, let's do this. Every time I take a rest, I get up and it's raining. No matter where I'm at. If you rest, it's raining. That's a weird thing, isn't it? Alright, so I wake up. What the heck time is it? Sunday, 12:19 a.m. You know what? I'm just gonna go back to sleep. I'm gonna take a double rest here, and we'll drive during the day. That sound good? We'll take what is that? 18 hours off, because we're in LA.